As stated in our intro, comics as well as the rest of the fine arts are a means of expression making use of visuals and text. For those wondering whether it's the visual or the text part that comes first, I say that first comes the idea and everything else follows. An idea can be either the result of sudden inspiration or the result of methodic work of imitation of an already existing concept from another point of view. Regardless of its origin, an idea takes form which is affected from the artist's creativity depending on his genius but also fortitude and desire. That is the most simple reason which some ideas became well known, like the pyramids or the Parthenon or Beethoven's Ninth, which enjoy worldwide fame and recognition throughout the ages. Our purpose, though, is not to create immortal monuments or let down our aspiring artists. Rather, it's to establish some stepping stones that will help for better growth onward. An artist should have above all passion for what he does. This includes expression, rules, discipline, love, enthusiasm, fantasy, creativity, tenacity, and judgment. Yes, it's a fact that everything starts from our mind and its correct programming. Forget talent and expensive tools. Talent is great when it exists but only efficient when you use it in conjunction with the above mentioned. As for tools, there is none that can produce anything without the artist's commitment. Of course, we must acknowledge that we are in an era where many ideas have been expressed and it's increasingly difficult to create something brand new and unique. That doesn't mean, though, that we can't express the same idea from our point of view, making it fresh yet again. In the case of comics, the idea is visualizing the expression of a story or message. The better the idea, the greater its recognition and duration from the public. The question is, what gives quality to a comic? The most obvious will be the visual part, that includes sketches and colors. Of course, everyone recognizes that a good script is the core of a good comic. The paradox is that while we are experiencing an advanced level for the comics industry with great publishing houses and artists and writers that receive the love and publicity equivalent of a rock star, we receive in turn less quality comics. So, what are the quality characteristics of a comic and how do we recognize them? Simply put, I believe that anyone may recognize these elements from the expression and reaction that we have when we read the comic. Enthusiasm, thrill, joy, or sorrow are just some of the emotions that we come in contact with an idea in its every form. Thus, we can safely conclude that it must be something very interesting that attracts our attention. This attention must include an element that keeps us interested in the plot, which may cause an emotional reaction or identification. The greater the emotional reaction by that element, the greater the duration, which in turn may lead to the characterization of classic. What is your opinion? Does an artist need to have all the things we mentioned? Which element is more dominant in a comic? Its idea or its visuals? Are there any comics that are considered classics, and if yes, for what reason? Tell us in the comments below and we will be expecting you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.